has to be a Jew, but I like that he's a New Yorker.
The Wachowski sisters recently said that The Matrix is about transitioning, and it's a movie series about the transition from man to woman, right? And we were like, whatever, that doesn't sound right.
No.
And I was like, because they didn't come up with that shit until like after they had already transitioned.
Yeah.
If it was really about transitioning, Neo would wake up and his dick would be gone. He'd have like a huge pair of tits.
Yeah, think about this. Neo goes to sleep. Trinity wakes up.
Hell yeah, dude. He comes out and he's like,
I'm a bitch.
Yeah,
I'm a lover.
call it the make bitch.
Oh, dude, you know what they need to do?
She wakes up and she's like, I can suck dick.
Everyone would hate
Nah,
this,
you
but
could
it'd
do
be
that
such
before.
a power move.
Yeah, they're just like, no, that's actually not something we loaded into your brain.
Look, everyone, me included, would hate this.
What?
But it'd be such a power move. It'd be such a George Lucas power move. What if they took every copy of The Matrix they could find, and then they like CGI edited it to where Neo was a woman?
100% they're going to do that. The Wachowskis are fucking nuts. They're 100% going to re-release The Matrix, but Neo, they feed it through AI and make Neo
but
a
it's an
woman the whole
actual,
time.
like, it actually
Oh my
works for
God.
their whatever
It's sexy,
analogy they're
hot,
trying
female
to.
Keanu Reeves. Would you fuck female Keanu Reeves? I've seen...
I'd have to see the female Keanu Reeves.
This doesn't say much because of I am who I am, but I've put my wife through Face App and seen what she looks like as a man, and I'd still fuck my wife as a man. You know?
How do you spell Keanu?
Oh.
Keanu.
Yeah, that.
What?
Have you done that? Have you ever put your wife through a
You.
Face App, see what she looks like as a man, see if you still
No.
fuck her?
No.
See, okay, maybe that's just a me thing. Maybe that's just a me thing.
Yeah, more masculine is
I
going
didn't
to
know
be
his
less
wife was so
fuckable
old. That's
generally to
crazy.
me. Yeah, I'm not
Generally,
attracted
hold
to
on, wait. So if your
masculine
wife was
features.
like, I've watched The Matrix and I'm getting a sex change, you would divorce her? Is that what I'm hearing? She said the Wachowski sisters told me about this,
I think
And
this
I've-
is probably the best.
and when I saw Neo wake up from
Representation
The
I see?
Matrix, I'd still fuck him.
Yeah.
She says when I saw Neo wake up
It
from
looks
The
like
Matrix,
Trinity. I honestly like.
Yeah, he looks kind of like Trinity, not going to lie.
I'm not wrong.
But Trinity has a little bit of a squarish face, too.
yes,
That chick does.
Mrs. Anderson.
Mrs. Anderson.
No, see, in The Matrix, he's
It's
Neo.
the smell.
In the real,
I can.
no. For Alligator to work in The Matrix, he has to be Neo. In the real world,
can
she
smell
has
her
to be
pussy.
Trinity.
He can smell her
rank.
pussy.
It's so
Even
rank.
though he's a man in the
He's like-
Matrix, he's like, I knew you were a woman.
I can
He's
tell.
a sexist. That's the whole thing.
Yes.
Secretly,
Now you
he's
got it.
a
Now
sexist.
you got it. Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Agent Smith is
Oh,
just
the
a
fucking
metaphor for
that,
sexism.
That interview's happening like in a bathroom. That like
There's
interrogation.
like a glory hole.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah. But it's a men's bathroom
Yeah,
because
it
he's
has to-
trans.
it has
it's
to be a men's
it's a
bathroom.
men's bathroom. He's not
and the whole
supposed to
time,
be. She's not
Agent
supposed to be in
Smith
there.
is just
No, it has to
calling
be
him
a
out
female
on-
bathroom because.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. That works.
Like
it's
it has
in
to
the
always
Matrix
be the
still.
opposite wherever
Wherever
you are.
he is.
Yeah.
Neo wakes up and he's constantly using the male bathroom on the Nautilus or whatever the fuck it's called.
Just to taunt Mrs. Anderson.
Yeah.
He constantly takes over female bodies as he
Ooh, hell yeah.
So he
Yes.
has to watch the females transition into males every time he gets assaulted.
Yes.
Mrs.
Yes,
Anderson.
yes.
Yeah.
You
Like,
didn't
yeah.
do your makeup today. Yeah, hell yeah. They're just
To break a heel,
Absolutely.
Mrs. Anderson.
they're just absolutely bitching at each other constantly.
Don't chip a nail, Mrs. Anderson.
Are you telling me I can suck dick? Mrs. Anderson, I'm telling you that when we're through, you won't have to.
What, is that just the story of coming up in Hollywood?
Yeah, that's why. I mean, it's an analogy for everything.
You get
Eric.
there by sucking dick, but
Yeah.
by the time you make it to the top, you don't have to
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. It's an analogy
Like,
for everything.
You need to
dude.
learn how to suck dick like a pro, but by the time you're the best, you don't even have to suck dick anymore.
Morpheus is beating up a woman, and everybody like runs to look on the monitor. They're kung fu fighting. It's just a black guy beating the shit out of a white woman. And everybody's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!"
We're so getting canceled.
Yeah, exactly. And then the
Oh
guy like
my.
reading the code is just like, no, he's black. He won't get he'll do fine. It'll be fine. It's a DEI type of situation. You wouldn't understand.
technically they're both minority.
Do you think that I stole this from Louis C.K., so this isn't my
Women
bit.
are technically a majority since we tend to die a little quicker than they do. So
Probably.
there's like,
I don't know.
In America, I think
They skew
it's
just a hair over 50%.
2%.
yeah, it's anywhere from like 50 point something percent to like 52% is usually women, generally speaking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's half and half. They just live a little longer because
And some of us
culturally-
are turning into them, so you
Yeah,
have to
I
keep
guess-
that in mind too.
I'm not
Well,
sure
some
how
of
that
them are
affects
turning
the
into us.
census, but
Yeah, but they're hotter when they do that, so I don't count it. That's okay. That's for me, that's just fine. That's just
You know,
fine.
I also kind of find it weirdly funny that people tend to be way more okay with
Because they're hot.
female to male
Because they're hot.
transitions than
I mean, to be
male to
fair-
female transitions.
They
you're saying
make
you've
better
never
looking
seen,
men.
You saying you've never seen
wrong.
like a real tomboyish girl and just been like, hey.
I'm not saying that at all. I just think I think it's rather entertaining that culturally we're way more accepting if like a female is like, no, I'm really a man in a female body than we are with like a man going, no, I really am a female in a male's body.
Yeah, because they can't fuck up sports or anything. They're still going to suck at everything.
Yeah.
They're still going to suck at
guess
everything.
they're just a
No one's-
worse guy.
No one respected them in
Yeah.
the first place. They're not going to respect them now for sure. They've burnt all their bridges with people who respected them. So now they have to just live as like a loser. So, nobody cares. Who cares?
Who cares?
A man turns into a woman, he's stealing things from women. A woman turns into a man, she can't do shit. Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is
I mean,
every time
like,
I'm on the
men
GIF
aren't getting
board on
pissed off.
4chan, every
Oh
time
my
I
God,
see
you know
that
what fucking
transition
Aaron told me?
thread,
Have you ever
I
seen
whip
a
my
whole-
dick out, dude.
Yeah.
Have you
I'm
ever
ready.
seen a huge group of men getting super pissed off that a woman who was indistinguishable from a man went into their bathroom?
I say that all the time with men indistinguishable from women. I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't be an issue if men just passed better. That's all it is. Like,
I mean,
men,
true.
Men are
Not
like turning into
wrong.
trans people and then they look like shit.
'Cause,
Because
like-
they did it at 37. They waited way too goddamn late.
You know what I blame it on?
That fucking track star or whatever?
The gaps in bathroom stalls.
They're going to say in the
If
legs.
there weren't gaps in bathroom stalls, no one would fucking know whether you're a guy or girl in there. You'd just be a person shitting.
Yeah,
You're damn
maybe
right.
we should just all have maybe all bathrooms should be equipped with like private stalls so that people don't.
We already got handicap stalls.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
like-
but they still have the
No
giant
more gaps.
in them.
No more gaps.
Well, like regular doors.
Yeah, why
not
do
doors
wait,
with a
why,
foot
why
gap
is that
underneath.
a thing?
That's
not a thing in other countries.
Because
That's only
you know
here.
why? Because
Why?
American business. This is legitimately the factual reason. So the myth. So I'll tell you the myth first, and I'll tell you the factual reason.
Okay.
The
Okay.
myth is because it's there so people can get under it in case you have a medical emergency. That's
Okay.
not true. The actual truth of it is back in like the early 20th century or whatever, when they started installing bathrooms in business, American businessmen purposely put gaps there to make workers uncomfortable so that way they didn't take longer bathroom breaks.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes
just like
sense.
the like slanted toilets. They're
Yeah.
like slanted forward a little bit, so
Yes.
you never get comfortable sitting on them.
Was
Yes.
that like a Chinese toilet? A
Uh,
slanted toilet?
No, actually, I feel like we designed that first.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Sadly
just
enough.
I thought it was just like
I
they
mean,
took one look at their own
pick a
eyes and they were
corporate-
like, we can do this, but with toilets.
pick a corporate dystopia. They're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's-
definitely China, definitely Korea.
Definitely us.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely us too.
Like,
What isn't a? Did you? Oh, wait, Will. We always talk about how like Cuba's doing great. Did you see how shit Cuba's doing?
Yeah.
They had a fucking like civil war.
oh no.
I haven't heard that they're having a civil war, but I did hear that there are some protests, and then I think I heard
Oh, not protest, my man. They
A
are
building
fucking shit up.
collapsed.
Yeah, they are fucking shit up. And it happened in July, so we are so far behind. We've been talking about how good Cuba's doing on the show while they are actively burning to the ground.
Yeah,
It was July 6th. I only remember that
I
as
haven't
January
seen
6th.
anything that says like they're just burning to the ground. I have seen like they're upset that they can't get shit right now, but
Yeah, it was the
I haven't heard anything like they're. I haven't heard anything like there's riots happening. I've heard protests, but I haven't heard
no,
anything
they're
about
straight
riots.
up. There were straight up riots in like
Okay.
every major city,
I remember
and
a
it was
while
because
back
the
they were having trouble getting food. weren't
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
that's the weird thing. As far as the Cubans are concerned, I've seen Cubans talk
No,
about
it's
this.
power
and I
right
listened
now is
to,
the issue.
Yeah, I listened to Cubans talk about this because that was pretty much the only people I gave a shit to hear about their opinion. I don't want to hear fucking what American has to say about this. I want to hear what the people there have to say about this. And their complaint was that the communists in power are not sharing things the way that they should. All the communists have plenty of food. They're giving it out to people that they're close with, and everybody has like the people in power are just abusing power basically. So there's riots and people are like fucking destroying monuments and burning buildings and shit. And it's all because Fidel Castro died and his brother gave up his seat to some other guy, and the other guy's not doing so hot, and he obviously doesn't feel as strongly about communism as Castro does. It's kind of just...
Wait, so the guy is going away from communism and is kind of fucking shit up?
He's still doing communism on paper. He says, we're still a communist state, and then he just abuses the system.
He's just 10 times more corrupt than Castro was.
Yeah, absolutely. 100 times more corrupt, if anything these people have to say is about it. Because Castro still, made sure his people had food and shit.
Yeah, Castro did corrupt shit, but he, cared.
Yeah, this guy is what would happen if you put me in the head office of Cuba. I'd be like, hell yeah.
This is
me and the boys.
Fidel's probably what happens if you put me in charge.
Yeah.
That guy's what
Hell
happens
yeah.
when you put
It'd
you
be me
in
and
charge.
the boys sitting and podcasting in the Cuban presidential suite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Passing around caviar.
At the end of the day, one of the chief reasons why I don't really put a whole lot of extra stock in communism or any other, just any other form of government other than what we're doing right now. The only reason I don't care to bother transitioning or to support any of these other systems is because I just don't see anything in these other systems that's not just gonna go down the same route.
They generally don't last very long.
Yeah, you could say whatever. I mean, if capitalism worked exactly the way we said it would on paper, it would just be a utopian meritocracy.
Yeah.
But that's just not how it works in practice.
Yeah, every system eventually falls apart. But
also sounds great. I love it. I don't think there's anything that's 100% inherent in the system. Well, there are things that are inherent in the systems, but I just don't think that there's a system that balances out those pros and cons any better than the other one. You're just choosing how to fuck yourself.
Historically,
basically.
republics seem to last the longest, and then they fall apart the slowest, and then an authoritarian empire breeds out of it, and then that lasts as long as the guy who's in charge and is doing it lives generally, and then it'll be that was awesome, it was great for 100 years, and then his son takes over or something, and then shit goes absolutely sideways and pear-shaped.
So the frustrating thing that I can tell as far as just general trends of world government are concerned is that letting more of us have a voice, more of the people being involved is better because you're getting more of the specific needs of the specific peoples, yes. But at the same time, what that system, no matter what system you're using, what happens to that system is it gets bogged down, and we have to make more and more and more concessions to get it to work efficiently. And then eventually, too much power gets concentrated in too many small pockets. And then you're basically on the honor system again, no matter what system you were using.
That's what we got to go back to. We got to carry swords and go by the honor system.
Well, that's fine.
Why did that never happen in America? Why did we never have
that
walking
did,
around?
No, that did happen.
We did. We totally did that.
What are you talking about?
Hell yeah, you're right. Actually, it was the Wild West. God damn, we just
not
we
even
said
the Wild
fuck
West, just-
katanas. We got fucking 6-shooters, motherfucker.
you could
Well,
use a katana if you wanted to.
because the Wild West was actually weirdly peaceful. No, I'm talking about the 17th, 18th century United States. Fucking,
I guess they had flintlock pistols.
how dare you talk bad about my wife, you cur? Fight me at noon.
Damn. All right, why don't we go back to that?
Sword or pistol?
Because
Pick,
killing
you
a man
stupid
for
fuck.
insulting you apparently wasn't a great idea.
No.
Because
it
our
rules.
military,
No, fuck you,
it's
that
because our
rules.
military officers kept fucking killing themselves. That's why we banned it.
They killed them. Oh yeah,
Not
killing each other.
yeah.
You mean?
Yeah.
I thought you were just God, I hate this world.
No,
that
we
guy
don't.
done insulted my wife for the last time. I'm
No,
putting a
we
fucking
don't.
bullet in my
We've never
head.
cared about veterans on that level
Yeah,
in this
it's
country.
true.
But
Yeah, no, it's always a practical thing. It's
Yeah.
never a moral or ethical thing.
It's-
Not really. It's
My
It's
dick is
because
like
our-
sitting in my ball sack right now.
It's
sucks.
only a moral or ethical thing in as much as it affects the bottom dollar.
yeah, our active officers at the time kept fucking
Killing
killing
each
each
other.
other, and
Yeah.
so we
So-
said stop doing it. We're
It's
out
cool
of
to think
war.
If
that
all
George
of our
Washington was
most highly
that cool.
trained men resolve their conflicts with each other by killing each other, then we're going to have less highly trained men to win wars with. So.
Well, the highly trained men shouldn't be insulting each other's honor. They're supposed to be cool about it. They're
So
supposed to be
we're supposed
fucking
to-
That's why
samurai.
we stopped doing the
That's
honor
supposed to be
system.
samurai, dude.
That's the thing is, you exclusively,
Well, you see, Western men don't have that level of culture.
You're right, actually. They were
job-
white. That was the problem.
No, the problem
Yeah.
is that the job of being in the military is such that it will naturally attract people who believe that they can solve problems with violence.
Oh, I thought you were saying trans. But
No,
I mean-
Trump banned trans people from the military.
yeah, I know. But I mean, there were a lot of them in there,
And-
so obviously the military attracts them.
Yeah,
You
just
know?
transition after your 4 years, guys. Just,
Damn.
Which,
How
to
many?
be fair,
how many
I feel like transitioning before is problematic just by, a practical standpoint.
what,
like-
man to woman or woman to man?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's only...
No, it does, because one of them's injecting straight testosterone into
Hold
their
on, hold on.
bloodstream.
Pause yourself. What are you talking about?
Well, when it
He's
comes
talking
to,
about
like,
bitches.
Hold on.
transitioning, like, the only thing that, like, I don't give a shit what you identify as. If you're going to take a bullet for me, I could give a fuck. That's all that really matters as far as a soldier is concerned, is that, you're willing to do the job for the country. No, my only concern about, like, anything relating to, like, trans people in specific is just the practicality of it. If this is a medical thing, I can't afford to, like, constantly ship you your reverse penis pills, every fucking day. I need a uniform set of things that I can give every single person here and they all be okay. I don't need you and your special treatment kind of stuff. Like,
You don't
I
want
don't
no
give a fuck.
snowflakes in the military, is what Eric says. No,
No.
special snowflakes with their AIDS.
If
and
you
shit.
can get around any kind
taking
of,
their
like,
prep pills,
as long as it's not like a medical thing, as long as, like, as long as you can be set in a fucking hole getting shot at for 6 months and not fall apart because you don't have access to some sort of specific medical thing, then I don't care.
Eric
so
doesn't
no
bel-
diabetics.
Eric doesn't believe in non-frontline duty.
Yeah, hell
No,
yeah.
I'm just
no,
talking
that's
about
real
that.
though. That is real. Yeah, you are 100% the guy who's like, all soldiers, every single military personnel should be willing to give their damn life on the front lines,
is
in
not
the trenches,
reality.
in
It's
the
not reality at
goddamn
all.
mud, in the boots, getting
Super.
fucking trench
Well,
foot.
again, that's why I'm saying is it's only like a logistical thing. If you are a secretary in an office, then I could give a fuck.
Yeah, you
Once
make
again,
the trans
it's
person into
really
a
just-
secretary.
Yeah,
they
there
want to
you
be
go.
a bitch. They get to do bitch work.
Well, in this particular
You think
instance,
the boss
yes.
still fucks them? Yeah,
absolutely.
you still like
What are you
sexually
talking about?
harassing her.
Sexual assault in the military
Yeah.
is huge.
The
What are you talking
commanding
about?
officer
Have
comes
you
out and
met
slaps
a
her on the
Marine?
ass.
Have you seen
Good
the
job,
biological
Karen.
women they're fucking?
Yeah, that's true.
Most
No,
trannies would be an upgrade.
I don't know. Biological
Let's be-
women in the military
I mean,
are fucking
excuse the
hot,
term
but I'm a
tranny,
dude,
but-
so I don't know. You
Like-
seen G.I. Jane? God damn, I'd fuck
God.
G.I. Jane every fucking day of the week.
I wish a military woman would assault me.
Yeah, I mean, like
You'd get a
you're
Wookiee.
You're a tanky. That's what you need. You just need to live in a tank with a woman
Yeah.
for a while. You
There
would
you
get
go.
so happy. That would be happiness for you.
I'm not a tanky. I don't.
You
like
live in a
war.
tank. You live in a tank with one woman. She's transitioned into a man. She's in the military.
Yeah.
She's fighting on the front lines with you.
Perfect.
She's the one with like the little periscope looking out for the fucking krauts over the goddamn horizon or whatever.
Yeah, perfectly penis level.
Yeah, and you, so you can turn
Perfectly
around. Yeah,
penis.
Yes. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're the one looking through the scope. She's loading the shells, turning
no.
around,
He's
and
sitting
sucking
he's
you
going,
off every now and
Damn,
again.
that penis is so feminine.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you talking about? I'm a leftist. Of course, I'm into femdom.
Of course, it's a guy that turned into a woman. Okay, yeah, I should have seen that. Have they cut their dick off though? Is in this?
No, they've
gotta
it's a
keep it?
fuda. No, of course
Okay.
not. It has to be a fuda.
Okay, you know what? I'm starting to want to live in the tank with you.
This is a
sounds like
leftist agenda.
no. This sounds
Yeah.
like the heaven is what it sounds like. I'll get in there with you. We can live as a polycule, and we'll get Eric too. Eric
It'll be
in.
like a.
Eric can be like
it'll
the
be one,
family
It'll be like
dog.
one of those tanks where it's like a 3-man, 4-man crew.
Yes.
Or like,
She's a
like,
futanari women of color.
Yeah, the food.
yeah, she's
The Futanari is like the tank commander, so she's like up top, right? And then it's all of us like down below. Like one of us is
Sucking her off.
one of us is a driver, one of us is like a gun loader, the other is like I don't know, like radio.
taking turns sucking her
I
off
don't know
every
what's in a
45
tank.
minutes.
What's in a tank? Like a radio gunner driver, right?
Yeah, there's one guy
Because
that
remember, trans people do not exist outside of fetishization. That is the only realm in which they
On
exist.
this podcast, yes.
They're not humans. They're sex objects.
Oh, man.
Weird sex objects you should be ashamed of.
Goddamn right. Hell yeah, I'm ashamed. God damn. Oh, I'm so fucking bricked up right now. I'm so fucking ashamed.
Jesus Christ.
That's
my
what
God.
every man wants. They just want to live in a tank with their boys and some bitch
I'm
to
sorry,
fuck. That's all
all
they want.
You
I'm
know
sorry,
what?
trans
Fucking-
people who aren't listening to this podcast right now.
Whoa, that's not true.
Oh wait, yeah, you're actually right. Sorry, we have at least
Is there a
one or
trans
two trans people.
Oh yeah, there are trans people that listen to this show.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Never
the
mind.
trans fans of the show.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
hang out in a tank with you later when the
Yeah.
world goes to
Oh
shit.
yeah, we'll be your subs. Don't worry.
There's a tank right down the road that we could steal.
By the way, trans fans, we can hang out platonically. You are not exclusively sex objects, but
unless you want to be.
I almost hung out with one of our.
You have your autonomy. You're allowed to be a sex object if you want to.
Nice.
Do you
Part
guys
of free
know?
will.
Have I told you? Do you guys? If I say bubblegum, do you know who I'm talking about?
Nope.
No.
Okay, one of our fans is named Bubblegum. She's a trans lady, and I was going to Oklahoma for work, and I was staying in a hotel, and it ended up only being like 45 minutes away from where she lived.
Oh.
So I was this close to going and hanging out with her in my hotel room at work. And I was like, and then I asked my boss if it would be cool, and he was like, so let me get this straight. You're a married man who wants to go out on a business trip and then have a trans woman come to your room for completely platonic reasons. And I was like,
Funny, you say it like that.
and you are openly bisexual around the office. I was like, all right, when you say it that way.
It's like, yeah, I kind of see what you're putting down there.
And then I was like,
guess.
"You're right.
Yeah.
She is only a sex object that can only can only be used for my satisfaction on my business trips. Yeah, I can't be friends with her.
Yeah, no, my brain went more to Goyaba, right?
Yeah, Goyaba's trans. Yeah,
And like they're actually going to come and visit at some point, aren't they?
yeah, I think so.
Like,
I mean,
not
like
to come visit us specifically.
No,
but like
no,
they're
she's-
coming to the States.
she's going to
and
the
so-
States. I don't know if she's coming here. She might. I don't know. I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
do another voice for her in a video game soon. We're still doing stuff together. We're hanging out.
Definitely
sucking
love
dick.
to say hey if you end up anywhere near here.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, it'd be fun.
I'd be more than happy to reach out.
I don't know if now politically is the right time for a Brazilian trans
Probably
woman
not,
to
honestly.
I
come
don't
to the
know.
United States.
No.
if you
It's
wanted
not.
to
I'll tell you right
postpone
now,
that
it's
trip,
not.
we would not be
Yeah.
offended.
No. No.
Not
I
that our opinion
understand
matters.
where your trepidation comes from there. If you did choose to come by, though,
I promise not to
You
rat
would-
you out to ice.
yeah, you would
I
both
promise.
you would both be welcome and safe
It's
in our areas.
fucked that people are legitimately calling ice on their neighbors.
Did you see that?
Right now.
Did you see
It's
that?
so
Did you see the
fucked.
Mississippi House is introducing a bill to enact a bounty hunter program?
Yeah, I did. That's so fucked. I was like, God damn, we really do live in Little Texas. That's literally all it is. Everybody here still wants to be a fucking cowboy.
Yeah, thank God they finally enacted those fugitive immigrant laws. I mean, no, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I
said that right,
The
yeah.
White House
Now
today.
you can go into the states that don't agree with them and get them out of there.
Actually, I want to point out that the biggest thing I saw in that bill that kind of is a red flag for me, Section 3, A and B specifically. A says that like if any immigrants are caught and they take them to jail, the recommended sentence is life imprisonment.
Okay.
And I would like to point out that slavery is still in the book for prisoners in America.
Yeah. It doesn't make
B-
any sense considering they're going to export them.
B, if, and this is only if the feds don't come and get them within 24 hours.
Okay, yeah. Which actually may not be a thing that happens. I don't know. The
It doesn't
feds
even
are,
sound legal.
I mean, on one hand, like
actually, it goes against the Mississippi Constitution because we actually made slavery illegal. But
ICE is one of
It
those
gets really
things where,
wonky.
like, we have it for a reason, and I get that. And like, they probably have been feeling like they're sitting on their thumbs under a Democratic president.
Yeah.
under a Democrat
well,
president.
that's weird to say because if you look at the numbers, Biden had a lot of people deported.
Sure, of course. I
Yeah.
just think that like
the right news cycle is going all over all of the various people with various criminal pasts that haven't been deported, and it's all
Yes.
Biden's fault.
my
and
dad was
stuff.
watching Fox today when I went over there, and they are 100% like just going over the worst people that they can find that ICE has grabbed.
And I mean,
They're just being like, "Hooray for us! We're sending them back where they came from."
and
Did you
on-
see that shit
on
with
one
Colombia?
hand, I don't
Yeah.
care. Like, I don't care if
If
you-
the
you find-
rapist murderer is
Yeah,
going
if
back
you
to
got
Mexico,
the rapist murderers, and if Mexico doesn't want them back, just kick them out of the plane over the ocean
Yeah,
on the
but
way
I
back.
don't want
Who
Jose
cares?
at my job who's just trying to like pay a bill to fucking get taken back or whatever.
Yeah, the White House
Yeah.
today said that they're all criminals if they entered the United States illegally, and
mean,
they
that's-
consider that crime. It's a civil crime.
That is objectively true. I
it's a
suppose.
civil
I mean,
crime,
it's
but
not
they consider them
wrong.
federal criminals.
I would call it an unjustifiable law.
an
I would say
unjustifiable
that
law. Well, they're going to get sued
illegal
for it.
immigration should be a crime. My
It is.
bigger
It's a civic
thing
crime.
is
I don't because I think it weakens our class overall. But that's just me.
we can't have like completely open border. If you have any immigration laws at all,
I'm not saying
then
not
there
to control your
will
borders,
be
but
illegal immigrants. If
I am not saying not to control your borders. I am saying that you should take and pretty much anyone who wants to come in. Like other than obviously don't let in like obvious criminals.
look, I agree with you
Like do a background check.
to a certain extent. You can't let anyone who wants in because that's just not how economics and everything works. Like there's
you destroy
you know,
your own.
yeah,
your
like
own
you can't
economy
let everyone in.
overnight.
You have to like cut off the numbers at some point just to make everything work right. Now that being said, I don't particularly care who comes in here as long as they're clean, so to speak, and that's a loose definition.
It was
You can-
refugees. It was people saying that they wanted refuge. They wanted to seek refuge, but then they would be lying about it, which
Yes.
was one of those things you can't prove. You can't prove whether
But
or
that's
not
why we
they're
have
seeking.
courts, right?
See,
Yeah, but like, what are we gonna get every person who claims asylum into court?
The
like,
trick
it's
here-
just
That's what we're supposed
unfeasible.
to do.
Is
It's so
separating-
unfeasible at the
Hire
amount.
more judges.
the trick is separating the
that'd be the
wheat
solution.
from the chaff on this, man. Like, because any group of people has criminals. Like, I'm
yeah.
sure that plenty of Jewish rapists died during the Holocaust, and I don't particularly care that they did. But that's not really the problem with the Holocaust, is it?
You know, they made it all the way on the
Like-
trains to like Auschwitz.
I mean, it just depends. If
You think
everybody
so?
else in the train knew he was a murderer, then probably not.
You think
Considering
they just, like,
it was
put a
hard
bullet in
enough
the
to
back of his
breathe
head?
in there, I'd
I think they
elbow
put a
him
bullet
and-
in the back as many as they could.
As
It
many
just
as they could. They
depends.
still got to use them as slaves. You can't just like
It-
pop
They used
every
a
one
few,
of them.
but like
A few.
Oh, they used
Relatively,
a great
yeah.
amount.
I guess that's true. They did just get all of them out of. Well, now that
they
would
killed
just be
6 million.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
yeah,
they
Well,
get
a
them out
lot of
Germany.
them they didn't kill outright. They would just work them to death and then chuck them,
which is the right way to do it.
You would still get
That's the way you
slave
believe in.
labor. You would just get it somewhat inefficiently. That's why I say that German efficiency is a myth.
That's the one that
because,
you
like,
believe in, dude. You're like, hell yeah! If they're fucking rapists and criminals, work them until they die.
Well, I mean,
You have supported
yeah,
that
I'm
policy.
fine with that.
See, so
If you're
as
a
long as the
rapist
Jews
or
were
a
actually
murderer-
destroying Germany,
I
you said it
mean,
before.
there were probably just as many Germans.
I think that
destroying
falls on what he
Germany,
was
like,
saying
by
largely, in that like
that's
you're
just
missing the
criminals.
forest
It's
for the
not
trees.
The Jews
Yeah.
now, it's the criminals. I want criminals, not Jews. I don't care if they're Jews.
I don't want
if
even.
they
I don't
rape
even
and
want criminals
murder,
to do it because
they go
that's suppressing
bye-bye.
the wages.
I'm
I want
just
the criminals to
doing-
be in fucking jail.
I'm just doing that Louis C.K. bit where he says, like, how do you know that Germany didn't just kill all the bad Jews? that's I mean, that's just somebody else's bit. I can't take credit for that.
Yeah, no, that was kind of what I was referencing
Yeah.
earlier.
How do you
like,
know? They
but,
could have
like-
just got rid of all the bad ones.
Okay, fine. Like,
Well, Netanyahu
but-
kind of proves that fake, doesn't it?
doesn't.
Actually, now that I think about it.
yeah, I think they were just
Yeah.
doing it randomly.
Yeah.
I think
Huh.
once you read the headlines,
were
aid
doing it
workers
random.
shot by the IDF.
Yeah, they were doing it randomly. They were spinning a giant colorful wheel with
They're go-
everybody's name on it.
I gotta tell you, I think there goes the what was their fucking nickname? The world's most moral army.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
World's most moral
Ja,
army.
Hans spins a wheel. We see which Jew we kill
Look.
today.
If you're killing people, there's a bit of a moral gray zone. Like, even if you're doing it for the right reasons, it's always going to be a little bit gray. Killing is harsh. Killing is fucked up.
I thought you were gonna say fun.
Like-
you got the F out of your mouth, and I was like, he's gonna say fun. I thought you were gonna say
It
fun.
can be. I mean, it could be fun and funny.
As long as they are brown.
No.
it's-
I'm not saying it can be fun or funny in a healthy way.
Yeah,
I'm
as long
saying
as they're
that there
Middle
are
Eastern.
people who can have fun killing. I mean, and it's a very serious issue that we have to like.
That he's
you know,
farting out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Him. No,
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
okay.
me.
I thought you were
He,
suggesting
he is
that
literally taken everything you've said so far and went, as long as they're brown
Yeah, of
or
course.
Middle Eastern.
he's
I'm
the
trying-
farty
I'm surprised he
censorship
didn't say
clown.
Vietnamese.
Yeah, no, Vietnamese, they're not. It's not fun to kill Vietnamese. I've tried it.
Yeah, no.
They hide and get you back.
They hide in the trees.
Due
They
to-
shoot you back. Yeah, they shoot you back. They cover steaks and poop and put them in the ground. It's not fun. It's not fun at all.
Due to our nature,
Unless you do it with fucking napalm. That's pretty fun. That shit rules.
Napalm burns kids.
the current version of humanity that exists is not above killing, basically. We're still going to have examples of ourselves that are so bad that really the only logical thing to do with them is to just get rid of them.
It's a damn shame
Like-
that killing people with flamethrowers is so fun that they had to ban it.
There were other reasons too, but yeah.
No, dude. People like one guy got to do it and he was like, that was the funnest shit I've ever done. You've got to try this. Everybody else picked one up and they started doing it. And then they were like, all right, you're killing too many people with a flamethrower. It's just, you can't have that.
I think that the biggest problem with the whole killing people and justice thing in general is information.
You've got to kill somebody, though,
Okay.
Eric. If you kill somebody and they give you like all the ways to do it, if there's a flamethrower sitting there, are you not? They're just like, and
Why do
you
you
just
think
look at it and
setting
you go,
someone on fire would be fun?
I don't know. It just
He's
seems
really
like it would
into
be.
setting people on
I'm
fire.
just saying,
Why?
do you
Like-
disagree?
Yes.
Of all
I
the
don't want to
ways
hear
you can kill a
someone's death
guy,
shrieking for like 3 minutes.
of all the ways you can kill a guy, he's not going to last 3
Okay.
minutes. No dude's going to last more
I
than
would-
20 seconds with napalm all over his skin. But
I
like,
would argue that if someone was bad enough, I would care to listen to their death wails for.
But
a
they
good
put all the shit out on a
minute or
table
so.
for you. You've got all the ways you can do it. You could whip him to death for all it matters, hang him from a noose. But there's a flamethrower on that table. Are you not picking up the flamethrower? It's up there as on like highest, best ways to kill a guy.
Well, first
if
you
I
gotta-
get the option to get that experience, I'm 100% taking the flamethrower or like the RPG or something.
Well, I think I would
What was that Japanese department in World War II that would like fucking
70
just,
something.
Yeah,
unit,
that would
72?
just like do war crimes on people
Yeah,
just to see what would
I would have
happen.
loved to be in that group.
Yeah,
dude.
that'd
I would have
be-
enjoyed that shit.
absolutely
I would have
be
taken as long as
Yeah, like stab a pregnant chick just to see what happens. Kind
Or
of
like
stuff.
freeze certain parts of people's bodies just to see like what
Yeah,
frostbite
like
did.
freeze it in liquid nitrogen.
See-
See what happens.
see if you
when
can heal it.
thawed, Try
as
shattering
long as
it.
they're I'm going by Eric's rules here. As long as they were bad guys, you know?
They were prisoners of war.
So yeah, they were
Yeah, I
obviously
think they were
bad
just
guys.
normal civilians or
Oh,
soldiers.
okay. Well,
but,
I
you know,
thought, prisoners of war, they're obviously they're the enemy.
they were mostly
Am I right?
Chinese and Korean civilians. But
Well,
Yeah,
those
that
are
too.
all evil. So that's easy.
Well, that is what America would have you believe.
As long as they're North
Oh,
Korean
dude,
and
speaking of
Chinese,
China,
dude.
that's the trick. Is if you could prove to me beyond a shadow of
I
a
wanna
doubt
hear more
that
about
someone
China,
is
Eric.
evil, no one cares
What are you
if I
doing
kill
here?
him.
You're not agreeing with me on the flamethrower thing, and then you're not going to let Will talk about China. He's the communist.
yeah,
you got
I
to let him
have
talk
to-
about
you let me
China.
have my
he
moment
has
to
to
talk about
blow China.
It's
off.
the year of the snake, Eric. It's the year of the snake.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the year of the snake, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. You
It's
didn't
also
know?
it's about to be, or like it's starting.
Oh,
Chinese
shit.
New Year's starting.
Like March or something.
No, it's like February,
Oh, so
right?
I don't
no,
even get
it's not
to it till
February.
March.
It's way
Fuck.
later.
Only reason I know
Is it the
this
year of the snake now, or is it going to be the year of the snake in March?
It's
in
gonna be
March.
the year
It's
of
the year of the
snake.
dragon right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Fuck yeah.
So there's gonna be a lot of snake porn soon, is what I'm trying to tell
Dude,
you.
there already is, and there's going to be more. And it's great. It's
gonna be the
fantastic.
snake from
Patrick-
Kung Fu Panda.
Patrick, go ahead and put up some snake porn.
It's the
There you
snake
go.
from Kung Fu Panda, isn't it?
Sure, I'll find that. I've never seen Kung Fu Panda, but if she's hot, she. Okay, Patrick, put up a mix. Find some men snake hot porn. To,
How do
you
you
know,
tell the difference?
Where the
I'll
snake-
tell you how you find. I'll tell you how you tell the difference.
Is the snake a chick in Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I know Jackie Chan plays the praying mantis, but he has like
No, Jackie
3
Chan's the panda.
lines.
Jackie Chan's the
year-
panda. No, wait. You're right. No, Jet Black is the.
Jet Black.
Yeah.
Jet, the guy from Cowboy Bebop.
Spike Spiegel.
Yeah,
Spike Spiegel plays the panda.
Yeah,
He plays
okay.
the tiger, the tigress.
Okay. Oh, Steve Blum. Okay.
Blum plays-
Jet
plays the
Black. I was so
female.
confused. I was like, what? The guy from
Jack
Cowboy?
Black plays the panda.
Oh, dude, the
Yes,
year of the
I
snake
know.
begins on January 29th, which is tomorrow.
I heard the J. I just assumed for some reason. I heard the Jackie.
No, wait.
I was just like,
Jackie
Jack.
Chan plays the monkey. Seth Rogen plays the praying mantis.
Dude, fuck me. I want to be Chinese, goddamn. In fucking China, in mainland China, the
Lucy
official
Liu play one?
celebrations last for 7 days as a public holiday.
It's cool.
That fucking rules.
Did you see that?
They give each other money.
It's the only public holiday. The rest of the time they have to work 7 days a week.
Yeah, you're right.
There are no weekends.
Yeah, they're frying rice in the kitchen and making
Yeah.
sushi and shit.
In
Yeah.
China?
Yeah, or planting rice in a field.
Lots of
Fucking-
sushi in China.
Cutting off their hands in the
It's
sweatshops.
their most famous food.
Yeah.
Sending bloody letters.
That
to
really
America.
depends on how young they are. If they're young enough, they make fucking shoes or whatever. If they're
Yeah,
too
between-
old, we got them out there in the fields.
Between the
planting
ages
rice.
of birth and 5, they're usually, fucking with the
I
shoes.
also- So-
5. Is that why Chinese consider you literally 1 year old when you come out of the womb, so they can legally get you to work
Hey,
faster?
Yeah, because the legal
Honest-
minimum age to work in China is 1 year old.
Yeah, which is exactly when you're born.
Honest question, because
They got fetus.
The legal working age in China is existence. If you exist, it's legal for you to work.
I feel kind of dumb. So like I found out fairly recently that it's just not true. They have age limits for work.
Yeah, of course.
Did you
They got
always know that?
materni-
I feel dumb for believing in the sweatshops.
The sweatshops were a thing for a long time. I mean, even during
well,
the,
yes, but like,
Okay.
but you have to understand. For instance, okay, this is contextual, where like China was mostly this like agrarian fucking. When the Chinese took it over, they were suffering from the shit that happened in World War II, and they had to do a lot of shit. We'll just sum it up that way to get
Rapid
to
industrialization.
yeah. Whereas like. If we were to compare to something that happened on a longer scale, America also had child labor when it began too.
Yeah, it was just that they had it in the 70s and the 60s, and people were like,
Right,
holy
and we had
shit.
it in the 1910s.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
There's
So, like,
also another facet to it, and that is
But they don't have it today, is what I'm trying to
no,
labor
during the Mao
laws-
thing, though, they were selling their children for food.
Yes.
I mean, like,
yeah,
it was...
that is a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, it's worth noting that just because China has laws that say you're not supposed to do that doesn't mean that the factories
Well, I
don't
mean-
do it anyway.
Yeah, same with America,
I
though.
could,
Just
I,
like
I was about to say,
ours.
I read a headline today
Like
about
ours.
a
Ours
senator
do that,
proposing
yeah.
instead of children getting free school lunches, they go work at McDonald's instead.
Yeah, that was a Republican
Yeah,
senator
like, that
said
was a
today.
real thing.
Yeah. Yeah, some douchebag was like, yeah, why don't kids go work at McDonald's and get a job
Instead of having free
instead of the
lunch
government
or
paying for their
breakfast.
lunch at school? They can pay for it themselves with the money they make at McDonald's.
So I'm just like,
I was like, how rich were you when you were fucking 5?
Yeah,
like, what are you talking about?
I'm just like, at what point are we just going to acknowledge that a lot of what they tell us about what they're doing over there is just bullshit?
That guy just doesn't go to McDonald's is all it is. He's never been to a McDonald's. He's been rich since he was born. He's never been to a McDonald's and had the order already wrong. He wants to he doesn't know that if you put 5-year-olds in front of that shit, they get everything wrong. All the food would be
And they'll
fucked
get
up.
burned. You'll just kill them. They'll just die.
Yeah. They're just fucked up and dumb.
So you do
They'll
realize
just
the,
fall in the fryer.
the half-retarded teenagers I have in here right now can barely do this.
yeah, absolutely. 100%. So
They're-
you want to put 8-year-olds in there?
yeah,
and
you want to
that-
put a third grader
Yeah.
in
That
charge of
vaguely
your fries?
off-sounding 30-year-old man also has a very hard time doing this.
It's
I don't
just-
think
I
he's
don't know.
legally,
In the country?
but
yeah, they're getting rid of
that's
him
the way
soon.
I would
they
not
put
go
it,
to
but-
like if the McDonald's we have here, fucking if I went to the drive-thru and it was an 8-year-old taking my order,
Yeah, I'd
I would
leave.
never.
I'd leave. I would just
Honestly,
I'd be like, I don't even want the food,
I
dude.
would
God
just,
damn.
I might call CPS.
Yeah, of course.
I went to a Subway
You might.
once.
You might call CPS.
Well, we just got introduced to law, so
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Bro,
Yeah.
like
I don't know if he's there legally.
I went.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Trump
hold
is
on.
in office. This could be legal.
This could be legit.
I went to a Subway once, and no shit, there was like no one at the counter, and there was like a kid in the corner, and then the kid just went behind the counter and went to the back. And like-
the restaurant.
Dude,
the
we've
restaurant.
been to a huddle house
You're
where a
s-
kid took
oh,
our order.
What Subway have you been to
She is
recently in the
just-
state of
She is just
Mississippi?
developmentally disabled. She is not retarded. That's
No.
not what I mean. She is just she has that
No,
whatever the
that's not
fuck
what-
disease.
That's not what I'm talking about.
No, there's a little there's a
are you
little
guys talking
at the
about?
Huddle House here, there's a little girl. And she is not a little girl. She is like 24, but she is smaller than your wife and looks like she is half your wife's age, maybe more. She looks like
Right.
Oh, I thought that was
No,
somebody's
I-
child.
No, we thought that for ages until Reed started working there, and I was like, Reed, what the fuck is up with the child?
What
And he
is
was
that
like,
thing?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I did say that first because she's black, but then I was like,
Oh,
why is she
God.
so tiny? But yeah, she's she just She's just like got that fucking whatever disease. She's got the Benjamin Button whatever. She's aging backwards and shit.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
So she's actually like 78 or whatever.
Yeah, no, but they had the kid, and the kid just went behind the counter.
I thought you were talking
and there
about a
was no one else
subway
there.
train place.
Where
you were talking about
in
the
God's name,
I
within
don't know.
500 miles
I
of
don't
here,
know,
is there
okay?
a subway
Yeah,
train?
true. We're at 100 miles. There's a subway.
I don't know. I thought he's been to New Jersey. I was like, yeah, maybe this happened while he was up there. I don't know.
Does Jackson have subways?
What?
Does Jackson have subways?
No,
God,
they're
no.
trolleys.
No.
Remember, we have like the little trolley things that
No,
go through the
I've
center
never.
of
I've
town.
never.
New
been
York
to
and LA
Jackson.
are the only
That's
places
the
that
only,
have subways.
like anywhere that would have a subway in Mississippi has trolleys.
Wait,
Why
does
doesn't
LA
T-
have a subway? Is it only New York that has a subway?
LA has a subway.
Does LA have a subway? I'm looking
Subways
it up.
have more to do with
Chicago
like
has a
places where
subway.
you want to
Yeah, and
dig
it's
down.
delicious.
The reason why you don't have a lot of like basements.
They're up there selling that delicious Chicago food. That's where they get the Chicago pizza, dude.
We just don't do a lot of underground shit here in general because
the
we have
swamp
a
would
really
make it
high.
hard.
It's the water table, yeah.
yeah.
Like everything.
There are
leaks.
only 2 subway lines in LA. So, yeah, they do have them. They just fucking suck.
Yeah, that's public transportation in the U.S. in
God
a
damn,
nutshell,
look at that.
but-
That shit blows. Unless you
Ugh.
were going somewhere very specific. I guess Patrick put up the subway lines for LA. That fucking
Look
sucks.
up the San Francisco subway.
San Fran has a subway?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about
I don't
subways.
live there.
We're in Mississippi. Subway is a sandwich shop.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Like-
yeah. Okay, yeah, LA, San Francisco does have a subway.
Ain't bad.
All right, hold on. How many cities have a subway system?
That ain't bad at all.
Y'all have just gone all the way off the rails.
I
was
am-
telling a
I'm
story
actually-
about
I'm a fan of this-
inappropriate child.
No,
I
hold
like,
on,
I
hold on,
like
hold
public
on.
transportation,
Hold
and I'm
on.
autistic, so I like trains.
I'm a fan of San Fran subway transportation.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Right? That grid looks all
That
right.
looks like a nice grid. I'm gonna give that grid an 8 out of 10.
The New York
Honestly-
subway, the Shanghai Metro. Okay, this isn't
That's
America.
not any good.
Okay, this isn't America. Oh, okay.
Look
There's
at
a
the
fucking-
Chicago subway.
There's a map. There's a map. Oh, damn. There's a lot of fucking places.
That's not a lot.
What the fuck?
That's not a lot.
No, I mean, like, it's way more than I thought it would be. Portland's got
That's-
one. Seattle.
That makes me sad to look at.
Huntsville has a subway system, and so does
Whoa.
Memphis.
How does Huntsville have a subway?
Oh, this is Metro
sons of
Rail
bitches.
Transit Systems. Okay, so
Nah,
this
it's
isn't a
not a
subway
subway.
system. That's not what a subway is. You lied to me, Reddit.
Look up Chicago subway.
This is a riveting discussion.
He'll cut this out. It's fine. Look up Chicago subway.
The USA only has 16 subways. Got it. We got them in
there
one.
were less than 20.
New York, Washington, Chicago, MBTA. Is that's something to do with black people? I don't know. Path, that's Manhattan. San Francisco, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA, Miami, Staten Island. Isn't that just New York?
Hey, I have
Part
a
of it.
question. No, I have a serious question.
Oh, go ahead.
Philly, Cleveland, San Juan, Baltimore,
You know the
Honolulu.
NCAA?
Done.
Yeah.
Wait, that is the thing for black people, right? The NCAA.
No, that's the
What's the
No,
thing for black people?
that's the
NAACP.
MBTA.
What's the
The NAACP.
the NAACP?
Wait. Are we doing this backwards? National Association.
Hey, well, what's the N
Of
stand for?
African Americans.
Oh, it's national.
No.
Okay.
It's colored persons.
Yeah, that's the
NAACP.
NAACP.
I was worried
Yeah,
that
the
I was worried
Colored
it was there.
persons.
I was worried there was going to be some archaic language.
So
in
I'm
there.
guessing
there
you're-
is.
you're
the
asking
NAACP
about
is
the term
national
colored, yes?
The National something Association of Colored People.
Ah, okay, so there's a little bit of archaic language in
Yeah,
there.
Yes.
but like, yeah,
It's not.
Yes.
It's not
It
necessarily
was started
that
in like
bad, though.
1890
Honestly.
or something.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
No, honestly, saying
Not that
colored
bad.
at that particular time was the.
That was the nice word.
That was
That was-
like
Yeah.
me saying black folk or black people. Like
the
that's
National,
what colored meant.
the
at
National
that time.
Association for the Advancement of Colored People. That's what it's
Okay.
called. Damn. They started in 1909.
I was
in New York
wondering. I was
City.
wondering how like archaic the language was. 'Cause I
Yeah.
knew it was
Colored
old.
fits loosely in the same category of Negro.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
right up there
Well,
with the
see, that's what I was.
Mississippi.
That's what I was wondering.
Like colored is a more polite way of saying Negro, and then
Yeah.
obviously there's a third version that you're probably aware of.
Right.
It's called.
Yeah, that one's bad.
Well,
dude.
bleep that.
We used to- yeah, bleep that.
Bleep that.
I keep having to cut you out saying it on the show. That one, just don't say
Well,
it
that
again.
one was educational, but you
Yeah,
have to
that's
bleep
true.
it
Okay,
still.
yeah.
Bleep it still.
Yeah,
But,
that's right
yeah.
up there with the Mississippi Department of Retardation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
right up there. We
Yeah.
still have that shit. That's so fucked.
Got that DOR, man.
Yeah.
Or as they like to call it, the dork.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
The MSDOR. Yeah. I looked it up. We
Sewer.
still have one fucking because I got a friend who's schizophrenic and went to he went to like
I said we aren't talking about that.
yeah. Well, I mean, like this is relevant.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
Well,
relevant.
we weren't
going
gonna
to
say your name.
Yeah, we
It's
weren't
okay,
gonna
so just calm down.
or
dude.
He's gonna cut this out. Don't worry.
yeah. Just don't.
It'll be taken care of in Ed.
Don't make
see it right now.
Before we talk about this, and Will look at me.
In like
Will
a week
look at
and
me.
it says
Before
I
we-
didn't cut it.
Will,
just
before,
across
look
the
at me.
screen.
Before we like talk about any of this, don't say anything about Eric's wife in regards to this. Okay, like that doesn't have anything to do with her. Just, just play it. You know how to play it. All right. So like I have a schizophrenic friend who like went into like a mental hospital, right? Like he got sent to the hospital and he was considered like a threat to himself or others. Then got transferred to a mental hospital in Columbus.
Oh, I thought you were about to say he transitioned. But
Yeah,
go on.
then transitioned into a bitch, and now he's hot. That's the end of the
So
story.
you're saying someone trans and now they're a bitch?
Yes, that's correct. I mean, that's exactly what are you kidding me? If I transitioned, I would be the bitchiest woman in the world. That's the power of being a woman. You just get to be an asshole.
Patrick over here going
Patrick.
AWAB. All
If
women are bitches.
If you had to tell people like how good am I at like understanding subtlety, what would you say?
Very. Definitely. Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
up there. You're up there with like the
Like,
echelons of like
okay.
the best diplomats in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember,
All right.
Yeah.
not
all right.
everything
Yeah.
has 10 layers of subtext.
Yeah.
Sometimes a is just a
Anyways, my dude went to a behavioral health place, got out in 7 days, was out for 3 hours, and then got readmitted to the hospital and then readmitted to the behavioral health facility.
That's actually more common than you think.
It is. It's very common.
A
He
lot
has
of people
schizophrenic.
get right to the door and they'll be like, I'm not ready.
Yeah. He has schizophrenia. It's 100%. Like, I was like, okay, makes sense. Whatever.
Sure.
He's autistic and he has schizophrenia.
Who's the dog?
He's been on this show before. For the listeners who are trying to pick him out, here's a hint. It's Eric. But anyways, so like he got out, he was out for 3 hours, goes right back in. And at this point, like I'm talking to his grandfather and whatever, and I'm like trying to talk about like what are we gonna do? Because me and his grandfather are the only people in the world who care about this dude. Because he's burnt bridges with everybody else because he's fucking schizophrenic
Oh,
and
you
autistic.
told me this story.
Yeah, so like I look it
That's
up.
sad. I've met people who've burnt bridges with
Yeah, of
almost
course.
everyone in their lives.
It happens. So I look it up,
Yeah,
and
well,
Mississippi still has an asylum.
I look at them from across a burnt bridge, so
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
This Mississippi still has an asylum, so they're thinking about sending him there. And I was like, Mississippi still has an asylum? Fucking where? In Jackson, we still have like an insane asylum. We
Kinda.
have one.
It doesn't really work the same as they used to.
There's not as many beds or anything. Yeah.
Well,
they won't just-
also, holding someone against their will is almost impossible.
yeah, you have to have court order to be able to do so.
Like-
Generally, you have to be next of kin, that kind of thing. And the judge, the last time that he broke the law and got sent into jail, which is very common for him, happens like every month. The judge, the last time, he was like, "You've been in here 10 times. I'm handing over like not power of attorney, but whatever the other one is." They were like, "We're handing that shit over to your grandfather. Whatever happens to you next time is completely on him."
Oh,
We'll just let him-
conservatorship.
Yeah, he's got a conservativeship over
Yeah,
him.
his grandfather is basically the same thing as if he was a child, and his grandfather is his legal guardian.
Yes. So he's gonna probably have him committed. And I thought that was fucking weird. We still have an insane asylum. I thought we just got rid of those ages ago.
I did too.
Like, I mean, like there was the big thing about the last one had all the lepers in it. Or was that a prison?
Those are
Here's the
prison.
thing.
Okay, never mind.
You really can't get rid of
Sounded like an insane asylum to
asylums.
me. It had fucking lepers in it.
That was a Mississippi prison, actually. I think.
Yeah, it was. That's what I was saying. Like that was the last insane asylum I thought, but I guess that was a prison.
Honestly, I think there's a lot of talk of bringing them back just in general.
Yeah, a lot of people are really in
and
support of bringing
part
it
of
back.
I'm in agreement. Actually.
Yeah, part of that reason is one of the main debate points that me and Will constantly have, and that is making sure that prisons have people that are supposed to be in prisons.
Oh yeah,
and that we maybe separate out these different things that aren't garbage humans.
Yeah.
Like, because
Give him a fucking home to heal at.
yeah, like different kinds of
it'll just turn
crime
into abuse
doers.
again, though, right? It'll just turn into abuse
Not
again.
if
It
you
could,
don't let it.
but
Actually,
I mean,
how about we
it's-
just give a fuck and actually care?
Well, it's up to like our fucking elected representatives to give a shit and like, oh, good fucking luck. Like the dude that you were just talking about, the guy who wants the children to work at McDonald's, you think he is really like fit to overlook
I don't think I'm
the
allowed
asylum?
to say what I think about that.
Yeah, about that guy.
Yeah.
You can't say that on radio
Yeah.
or whatever this is.
I
What's
think
the
I'd get a
7
knock on
words
the
you can't
door.
say on radio?
Fuck.
Okay, that's a good one. How much longer we got?
Hey,
God damn, we
can
got
I show
like
you something
we got
that's-
10 minutes.
Oh, well, damn.
Can I tell you a little story?
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron found out something about me that I'm kind of pissed off about it.
Okay.
Oh.
So I don't know if you've ever noticed.
Is Aaron your girlfriend?
Boyfriend, thank you very much.
Oh,
And
yeah.
don't.
Now I feel weird about it.
He transitioned.
That makes
Anyways.
me very uncomfortable, and I don't approve.
We're gonna live in a tank. We're all gonna live in a tank later. We've already been over this.
Get used to this.
Yeah, get used to this.
Damn it.
It's great.
You can be the gun loader.
Oh, I'll be loading some guns.
No, you'll be getting something exploded on you.
Eric's the guy who's got such good arms. He can.
You'll be looking
actually
down the
give her a
barrel,
hand
that's
job.
for sure.
Yeah.
Do what?
You'll be looking down the barrel, that's for sure.
Oh, boy.
All right. Anyways,
All right,
what does Aaron say?
Fill up your
So
cylinder.
he you know how I have like a certain laugh?
Yeah.
All
No.
right. So he
don't
listen to
understand.
this and tell me if this sounds like my laugh.
Oh, the Muttley laugh.
Yeah.
100% does.
Oh. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I always
100%.
thought that you sounded like Muttley.
Yeah, same. Like, yeah, 100%.
So,
Yeah.
a funny story about that.
And it's
As a-
because you like stifle your own laughter. You
As a
try not to
kid-
laugh at things, and
Isn't
you
the
like
guy
laugh
Dick
into your arm.
Dastardly? Isn't
Yeah.
that the guy?
Also,
That's
as a
what they
kid,
call
I
me in
used to
prison,
I
dude.
used to practice laughing like that too.
So they
I go
called
into-
you the Dastardly Dick. That was a little different.
No, dude, when I go into prison, I dick dastardly. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah.
But
Dick
yeah,
down
I do
dastardly.
the same thing.
Yeah, we all hold them down, and yeah.
Yeah, they call him Double D.
I gave him the double D.
So we.
He actually has an over-under. It's pretty impressive. not
How
gonna
long have we
lie.
been trying to fit into this condom now? It's been a while, me and you. You blew it up a while ago, and I don't think it's
At
happening.
this point, it's gotten cold.
Okay. What? Wait, the condom or?
Do condoms usually come warm?
Oh, you are cold. You are cold.
Why is your penis so cold?
Why is your penis so cold?
What,
Eric, you want to touch this and figure it out?
Is it
You.
is
Hold
it
on.
supposed to be different?
Yeah, that's way
Yeah,
too
it's
cold.
way
Do
too
your
cold,
guys'
dude.
penis not go from warm to cold?
When
When
no,
like
it
in the
usually
pool
gets
or
hotter.
something?
Like
The weird part is it's so big and it's cold. I would have
yeah,
assumed
it's so engorged. I figured blood would be flowing through.
Are
it,
you-
but-
Well, it's for the numbing.
the numbing.
Well, I mean, yeah.
oh dear.
Are you trying? You're doing this on purpose, is what you're saying. Would you stick your dick in ice before this?
No. I mean, I'm saying it's cold so that you get numb.
Okay, yeah, I get
Okay,
that.
you're not explaining
That-
something.
that's
though.
not
You're
really
missing a point here.
Yeah, are you trying to like
I mean,
last
you can
longer?
You can freeze a dildo
you
and
think I
go to
could
town
last
on
longer?
yourself.
probably if you can't feel anything. I mean, like
yeah, if
the
you
real
somehow
thing
manage
here
to have
is-
an erection but not feel anything, you can go forever, but you'll just never have the fun finisher.
The secondary thing I'm realizing here is that my dick is so warm that I didn't even feel Will's cold dick up against me.
Oh yeah,
We're like the sun and the moon, you and I.
It honestly, watching the two of you try and fit your dicks into this one condom is honestly like watching the Norse creation myth, where like the great heat and the great cold came together and like had a melting that created like the first life. and
I'd like to
stuff.
say it's more like the Norse destruction myth. This is you're
more
looking
like
at Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
This is Ragnarok right here, and
This,
I'm the great snake, and he is the
Odin,
he's the
right?
frost wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fenrir.
yeah.
So this is like
And you can be Odin.
Jormungandr and
Yeah, you can be
Fenrir being
Odin.
stuff.
You want to be Odin? That'd be cool.
That means
Yeah.
Will's gonna kill me.
Yeah, but what is?
I mean,
well,
once
fine.
you stick your dick in this condom.
Yeah, once you finally
Well,
do
to
that,
be
which
fair,
we've been waiting
You
on
did-
for like 45
Fenrir
minutes.
does kill Odin after being viciously fucked. Yeah,
It's true.
So
It's true. What is that? What is the name of the frost wolf? I can't even remember it.
I've
Fenrir?
said it like
Fenrir.
5
Fenrir.
times. His name's Fenrir.
Yeah, but like all
You
that-
did it. You remembered.
That
The
just-
world serpent's name is Jormungandr.
Yeah,
And
I know that one.
And the wolf's name is
Fenrir.
I only
Yeah.
owe you Ymir.
Ymir.
Ymir is the
What's
first
Mjolnir?
living thing.
How about that, huh?
That's his hammer. That's Thor's hammer. Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. Hell yeah.
That was in the Avengers.
Yeah, that's right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
God damn, I love the Avengers, dude. I already told you how much I love the Avengers.
Do you think you could pick up the hammer? Do you think you'd be
I
worthy?
like it. I like Marvel movies.
Well, I am of pure Aryan descent, so it's entirely possible. I have generally been considered to be an Ubermensch by people around me.
Yeah.
A woman today did think that I was a woman from behind and refer to me as ma'am. So
Patrick, please get your censor bar ready because I have some bad news for you.
what's that?
Patrick, you have Irish descent. You're the of Europe.
I thought that was the Italians.
Oh no, they're second place.
No,
Okay.
that's maybe the French
Like,
could be the
that's-
only ones that are worse. I don't know. It
No,
really
no.
depends.
Make damn sure you
French
censor
are
that,
a
by the way.
distant fourth, because you're
Make
forgetting.
damn sure you
you're
censor
forgetting
that.
the Greeks.
Go back and pump
And
it
the
up to the
Romanian.
maximum decibels that you can in Premiere. Amplify it by 15. And
I'm never gonna live this down. That was the
turn
first
on reverb.
That was the first real hard R I've dropped on this show.
I did mine not
In like
too long
2
ago.
years.
I did mine not too long ago. It
Patrick,
only
you
makes
have to
sense that
bleep it.
eventually Will do it.
Yep,
And mine was for a
Alright,
joke that didn't even land, to be fair. You guys didn't even laugh at mine. At least people laughed at yours.
I got chuckle. It wasn't great.
No, I said the hungry catter bleep, and then you guys just talked right over me. And then I made a joke about how
Now
he
that I
ate,
hear you say it again, though,
yeah,
I'm like,
I was like, and then he ate
sounds
some water.
funny.
I said, and then he ate some watermelon, but he was still hungry. And then he ate some chicken, but he was still hungry.
So he ate some chitlins. He was hungry.
Stop it.
I think
You're ruining us. We can't use this.
Personally, I think that the hungry catter bleep would be a great book for children. It would be hilarious. And it would be up there with Go the Fuck to Sleep.
Maybe in certain compounds in Texas.
Yeah. No, you could legitimately
you have to
sell that
bleep
to the
him.
Or
Asians.
Tremont.
You could sell that to all the Asians. The Asians would buy that shit like crazy.
Asians don't understand American race relations.
They've still got blackface over there. It's on all sorts of shit. They don't know.
Honestly, watching American race relations translated through an Asian lens is humbling.
They think
Like they do
think
not
it is
understand at
No,
all.
they think black people are so cool, and that white people are just like putting them down and shit. They
don't
think black people are
understand
all Michael Jackson or
any of
LeBron
it.
James. It's fantastic. God damn,
Or Tupac.
I really want to be an Asian. That's really all I need. If you just took my Irish descent and replaced it with Asian, I'd be happy. I could die happy. I'd never lay in the floor depressed ever again. I wouldn't have to do this
Americans only,
podcast.
or like
think
white
about
Americans
20
only
years
come in
ago-
two flavors that I've seen, like either
Native
Walker,
and not.
no, Walker Texas Ranger or Eminem.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, white people for sure. I mean, Americans it might be, there's some other there's some other guys.
I don't
that
know.
don't really-
That's not what I've been.
that
That's
definitely-
not what I was taught growing up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Mississippi education will teach you some very cool things about Americans. Mm-hmm. Damn, and I thought that my joke of native and not was going to be the banger there, but no, I brought it home. I brought it. I completed the trifecta. You know,
We need to bring Schoolhouse Rock back. That's what it is.
now I'm thinking about the
Teach
Trinity
kids for
again,
real.
and how can I like translate the Trinity into this podcast? We got three.
The Trinity?
Yeah, like the Father,
You think
Son, and the
there's
Holy
any
Spirit.
more in
Like,
a-
which one of us is the Father? Which one's the Son? And then which one's the Holy Spirit?
Okay,
I'm
well,
the only
I'd
one
be the
regularly
son
being
because I think
called
I'm,
Daddy.
I'm probably the most empathetic of us.
Yeah. Okay.
Eric
Wait,
would be the father because he believes in prison labor.
and that makes me the
It
Holy
does make me
Spirit.
pretty fatherly.
Yeah, and that makes me the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, because we've had all that point of the
You're
Holy
the soul.
Spirit.
Just-
You're the soul of the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Also, I think the
on
Holy
the side
He's
doing
the
racism
fresh
jokes.
child.
Isn't the Holy Spirit the one who impregnated Mary?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
you're a
that is
pervert,
me. You're
so that
right.
works, yeah.
Me fucking a 16-year-old and getting her pregnant. That's right up there. That's right up there with who I am as a character on this show. I'm like, yeah, that's right, bitch. Bleached. That's right.
Mary, you want to be a star in Christianity, don't you? You want to be a star in this religion, don't you?
She was Middle Eastern. And she was underage, which, I mean, that's normal for them, to be honest.
I mean,
they marry those already.
They
That
usually
was-
sell them before 16.
Yeah, that's true. She was honestly way too old to be giving birth. Let's be honest.
I'm
That was the
so
miracle that she could still give birth that old.
Anyone listening? Hold on, no, I need to explain.
such a mean joke.
Hold on. Whoever's listening to this is going to be so fucking
That is
confused
so
about
sacrilegious, though.
what fucking racism was that? You were being racist to the Middle Easterns, also weirdly to just Jewish people in general, which is like a weird combination, but also does make sense.
They used to be the same thing
Well,
back in
Jews
that day.
might not like it, but they are Middle Eastern.
Yeah, they used to back in that day.
Okay.
That's when they were the same
They're
thing.
fucking pissed off about it, but the 12 Israeli tribes.
That's why they're so
those
pissed.
are brown Middle Eastern fucking people. That's
Yeah.
what. The only reason they're all so fucking white is because they got kicked out years ago and fucked a bunch of Germans and got all white.
God damn, dude, that's such a
There's
sacrilegious
a
joke.
tribe.
few other
There's
things that
a
might have
tribe
happened
in
in
New
there.
York, and they will not tell you differently.
Brother Nathaniel's got some thoughts on the different tribes.
You know when the Spaniards
All right,
first
the
got to
show's
South
fucking
America,
over,
they
dude.
thought that
That's
the
plenty.
Mayans were
All right.
Jews.
That's plenty. Thank you for listening to AnythingCast. I'm Patrick.
Calm
I'm
your
not
racism.
Jewish, but I'm also not racist.
You want to wait? What? I heard both of those at the same time. Whatever. Bye.